I thought today was a good day. We had good intensity. I really liked the way the practice finished. There were a couple of lulls in the mid part of practice, just where some of the focus, detail things that we've seen showing up there on game day, kind of showed itself a little today. You got a chance to challenge the guys in the moment, and I thought they responded well. We've got to make sure that we are preparing exactly how we want to show up there on game day. Today was third down day. Got some red zone work, 2 minute, some good teaching moments. I'm seeing guys that are taking ownership of the fundamentals, taking ownership of trying to do things the right way that maybe has left them in moments there on the field on game day, but I think our guys are continuing to work. Seeing the numbers through the week, we're pushing, and I got all the reports there from last week, and I see an improvement. I see growth in just what we're investing in this process. It's got to be physical, and it's dang sure got to be mental as well. Preparing ourselves to be able to respond throughout the course of those 3.5 hours on Saturday.
Mike, seen the guys have 2 consecutive high-energy practices coming off another loss. Is that positive for the direction of what you guys are trying to establish culturally?
Yeah, in all honesty, that's what it has to be. To be a successful football program, you have to work. There's no way around it. It's not gonna, it's not just gonna magically show up. I want guys to have the greatest time in the world when they come out here on the practice field, when they go play on game day. I want them to enjoy it, but I want there to never lose sight of the focus of the work that's necessary. And so they have a good spirit. They like playing the game of football. They really believe in what we're trying to do and what we're trying to accomplish, and so I will not allow it to be anything different. Because if we can't just give great effort, if we can't have a sense of urgency for improvement every single day, then what are we here for? And that's these guys. They want it, and I know. I mentioned it. I think I mentioned it last week, but there's and you guys are a part of it. You get to see. It's there is a lot of work that's going into it. We just have to be cleaner in the response. We have to be cleaner in the with the focus and the details for those 3.5 hours. But the investment in the work, it's coming.
Keyshawn's had a couple of struggles in games, in different situations, like today.
Yeah.
Is he kind of fighting through that or coming through that?
I think so, and that's one of the things that you never want to have a disappointing experience on the field, but it happens. And Keyshawn had an incredible fall camp. Really was a guy that emerged at a high level. I know he made some good plays there in the first game. Had the drop in the second one, and there's been just some missed opportunities, and I think that that's part of a career. And any great receiver is you appreciate the catches, but you remember the ones that that you let get away. But you can't get caught up on just being there. You have to respond to it, and that's what I've seen from him this week. I think he's really emerged today. It was a great day for him. Had a couple really big catches in tight windows. We need him to play big, and we need him to be that consistent piece for us. Him, Pokey. Andrew was able to have a little bit of success there on Saturday, and then Malik as well. Those guys have to continue to emerge, and I like the way the group's working. We just have to have that consistency.
What's it say for a guy like Toafili to come back, get back to practice, and turn in a couple of explosive plays?
Oh, he looked great today. I thought him not being available last week, he's an explosive player. Man, I know that at the start of the season, he has not had some of those explosive plays that we've been used to from a year ago, but I feel like it's coming, and I really like what I've seen. He had a couple great runs. Today, and so it's that whole room. We need that running back room to perform at a high level. Very talented backs, and we're gonna keep pushing them. But you see just the passion that he has. And I thought he brought a great spark today.
Coach Shannon, just how valuable has he been in the role he's been able to bring him in just with his experience, and then also having him available for last weekend to kind of step in when you're without Coach Woodson?
Yeah, that was it was something that obviously unexpected. Coach Woodson was not available for the game. Had a death in the family, but being able to have Coach Shannon basically take over that responsibility was great. But for him on a day-to-day basis, it's wonderful for him to be in there with Coach Fuller and those two, being able to share thoughts, you'll be able to kind of brainstorm together. When he's out at practice, he's getting a chance just to kind of chart some of the detail things, just from a comprehensive overview, and then be able to share that perspective, whenever we get done. So I really appreciate him being here and the impact that he's making, because he's a great man, very humble in all things, and it was great that even through an unfortunate situation, he was able to be there and kind of assume that role that Coach Woodson normally has.
Through a couple practices this week, have you seen some of that momentum, maybe the positive things from the defensive side of the ball translate and maybe carry that into Saturday?
Yeah, that's something that has to happen, and there's been, it's just the consistency throughout each position, and we've got some positions that are playing at a very high level. We have some young guys that are being, kind of forced into action that that are really raising their game. I thought, a young man that I don't think I talked about so far this week, but Malcolm Ray was, last week had to play. I want to say it was close to 25-30 snaps in the game, and for him, he played his best game since he's been here, and just to be able to go in and to be able to make that type of impact. You see, Jarrett Jackson. I know I talked to him about him at the beginning of the season, and he's really stepping up. You've got with Fabian, not being available, and a couple guys going down throughout. It was important to see those guys respond, but it's really that position group they're pushing. Everybody's pushing at a high level. Josh Farmer's true freshman that's getting out there and playing, and so it's exciting to see that growth and development. But also, just the consistency from top down, and that's where the way we practice, the way we communicate, the intensity that we bring, and the focus that we are able to maintain, that's critical. Because we saw it for 30 minutes, and it was that was really good football for 30 minutes. But we need to see it for a game, and for these guys to go out there and regardless of what shows up, regardless of what we see, trust those fundamentals and go apply it.
Is Jordan Travis a guy that's figuring out how to kind of push through physical limitations and things like that? Are you seeing kind of the toughness you are on that?
Yeah, today, it was good seeing him out there today, getting a lot of work. It's, obviously he was unavailable last week, and, he's been working his tail off, trying to get back out on the field. Today he really stepped up, and, I was pleased to see that, working working hard, being able to take what he's hearing in the meeting rooms and being able to translate that to the field. Yesterday he was extremely limited in what we did, but today he really, he really pushed, and it was great to see him do that. So we'll see how he responds, and obviously what that looks like for this week.
Anything else?
All right, thank you guys.